Imagine controlling the foundation of society. I could imagine that there's a certain level of ego that just has to be a part of that. I was thinking about some things, some people, some situations, some scenarios, and I was just like, interesting. But no, a lot of people are like, I think people don't necessarily realize that one of the reasons that I'm saying some of the things that I'm saying is, one of the reasons that I'm saying the stuff that I'm saying is because I don't want anybody taking responsibility for any of the things that I may have said or done wrong. But see, somebody's ego is going to be like, she just saying that because some random made up reason. And I'm just going to be looking, I'm going to be like, sure, okay. My father was that type of man, from what I understand. Type of man that liked to control the foundation. I understand why more now than at any other point. He was murdered. So that's interesting. But yeah, he was that type of person. I guess at some point, way back in the medieval days, somebody decided they was just going to take out the whole bloodline, but they weren't able to do it, huh? It's a pretty strong bloodline. Not many of us left, but we're still very strong people. Good people. You know? And if I'm proud, or if I'm operating out of any kind of pride, the pride comes from being a good person and coming from good stock, regardless of what people think or say. Because I was there in those moments when the teachings were being handed out, when the lessons were being taught. I was there throughout the journeys where it was like we needed to figure out who, what, when, how, why, where. And we did that. And I honestly think that we're going to continue to do that. But I can see where there's an opportunity for change, for sure. But the problem is that people want change according to their requirements. People are not open to compromise. They want you to compromise, but they're not open to compromising. And if you decide, well, I'm not interested in that or whatever, it's more about, okay, well, she's just out. She's out. And you know what? It might be meant for me to be out. Like I said, I don't like people playing with me. I don't like people playing with my position in life. I don't like people playing with my family. I don't like people playing with, just in general. Don't play with me as a person. Just because I have a sense of humor, that doesn't mean that I'm to be played with, right? And I think that people feel that way because I am a really cool person. Like, I'm real nonchalant, laid back. You know, in some positions, in some situations, I can even come off a bit coy. You know, like a little like, whatever, really aloof. And I'm like, no, it doesn't mean that I don't care. It means that I'm going to come back to that once I've processed it. Okay, that's what it means. I'll be back. I have something else I have to do real quick. While I'm doing that, I'll process it, and then I'll come back to that. Okay. So that's kind of how I feel in reference to just me in general, you know. But I think that this time around, people knew what kind of person I was. They intentionally acted as if they didn't. you know? And that's how I feel. I feel like, and that part hurts my feelings, because it's like, why would you do something so terrible to somebody like me? And I'm not saying I'm better than anybody. I'm not saying I'm above anybody. I'm just saying I haven't done shit to anybody, you know? But I recognize where people, you know, have lied to me, and then just so that they can manipulate the way I see them, you know? They've lied so that they can manipulate how I see them. There it is. Well, and the truth is told. How about you just tell me the truth? And we ain't got to tell nobody else. How about that? I can keep your secrets. I think I can keep your secrets. I think I can.